Okay, YouTubers, this is Joe from ArtAlienTV. Another game of interplanetary ice going on here. Back on Mars, back in Gale Crater. Today we're looking at Sol 1285, okay? And we have this image here on the JPL NASA website. Looks just like a load of random mudstone rock here, but we have this thing here. Now, this was brought to my attention by somebody on Facebook earlier today called Linda McClendon, who posted it on my ArtAlienTV Mars magazine page, which is when I've started fairly recently, so you can check it out there. So that was posted today on the 15th of December, and I thought, wow, that's pretty cool. Now, this may look fairly vague to you, but there's an enhancement here. Okay, now, she hasn't done a terrible job here at all, but she's gone in a bit dark and got a bit too close to it. This is a cone head or some kind of statue. I will show you it here. We got the raw image here, just here, okay? And I've also got it on the Gigapan, which is where she's got it from, which is why it's that kind of bluish colour, okay? And here it is. I'll zoom out so you can follow it on the Gigapan. There would be links to these, obviously, below. It's pretty small, and when you zoom out, you can kind of get a general scale. This thing's only a few inches tall, perhaps even less. Don't know. Don't know how far away the rover was when this was taken. It may well have zoomed in quite a long way, but I'm guessing this is no more than about 4 inches, maybe 5 at the absolute most. Probably less, probably more like 2 or 3, okay? So this is quite small, and even in this image, which hasn't been mucked with, it's just had the colour balanced on it. You can see these brow ridges on the forehead. You can see a nose and a mouth, okay? And I thought, wow, that's really interesting, and it's not far from many of the others I've found recently and over the last few years. I must have probably published now over 20 statues now, probably 25 or 26 now. Some of them may not be, but some of them certainly are, and there are loads of them. I will put a link at the end of the video for my playlist, my Mars Statues playlist, so you can check them out, okay? There are dozens of them, literally dozens. So thanks to Linda for bringing my attention to this. I'll crack on with it straight away. I've got a bit of a nasty cold at the moment and a bad cough, so I'm going to try and do this before I start coughing again, okay? So I've got some clips here. Here is the raw clip from the official page, okay, which is this brownish colour. And you can see this very narrow head type thing here, leaning over, okay? I appreciate that's a bit hard to see, but when you get to the enhancements, you will see. Now, all I did here was rotate it left, okay? And you can see this heavy brow ridge here, and a nose, and a mouth, okay? It is a bit vague, I appreciate that. But when you darken it, and play with the contrast like I've done here, and colour correct it, bang, there we go. 2 eyes, a nose, and a mouth. Which you can see in the raw image, obviously, but you just need to stare at the thing for a while. Let's go back to the raw clip. And also, what tends to happen when you rotate an image, it tends to get rid of a lot of the crap in the image, which is from the pixelation. You can see that pixelated damage here, okay, because this is in shadow, unfortunately. When you rotate it as, probably about 20 degrees to the left, it kind of loses a lot of that distortion, okay? And it kind of smooths the image out a bit, like we've got here. That's completely raw. It's not been played with at all. It's just been rotated, okay? So it kind of looks a bit smooth, and there's not a lot of detail to be seen here, because the whole thing's in shadow, apart from the edge of the face on the left, okay? So there we go. That was it for this one, really. I'll put some more enhancements in. I'll show you the other clips I've got here, because this shows it from the Gigapan. Let's go back to the Gigapan, actually, just to prove that I'm not making this up. It's definitely there, and you can see these brow ridges here and these creases in the forehead. You can see the nose fairly clearly, actually. There's a bit of distortion in here, but it's not terrible. Credit to Neville Thompson, yet again, done a great job here. The reason why you can't see a lot of detail in this is A, because it's in shadow, and B, because it's not very big. It's only a few inches tall, this thing, probably only 3 inches, possibly less, okay? And when you zoom out, you get a kind of sense of how small it is compared to these other features, okay? So that was about it for this one. I'll put some more clips in a minute so you can see it up nice and close, and you can freeze frame it and pause it and do what you like, okay? So that was it, Sol 1285, another cone head style Martian statue, one of many so far. Thanks for watching, I'll see you soon.